Welcome back to Earth Defense Force headquarters as we approach yet more fun in this just one mission for this 8th episode of the Rocket Rabbit Commentaries playthrough, where one by one we are unlocking the supernumerary number of new weapons, upgrades, and variants with all their respective damage, range, reload speed, accuracy, and overall rating.
We are going to blockade. Oh, it's just called a walking fortress. Okay, so we didn't need to blow up the fortress. We just had to, withstand the waves. Having said that, there are several teams that are currently headed for this area. So this time we're actually going to blow up the cicada tank.
Because,
really? You had to knock it down to easy for this?
Unfortunately, yes. This is the 15th mission of a 53 mission game, and they're getting a little clusterfucky on us.
Alright.
Just a little bit. But all it takes is a little
clusterfuck. It's just a plasma cannon. It's not twin Gauss rifles.
Doesn't even have proper graphics attached. It's just a texture that's coming off from the thing, as though it had a magical exit port.
Okay, so now we roll, do directly underneath it. Did we bring high explosives?
We brought an assault rifle that has good enough range to reach it. This one has a 3-round burst fire.
I usually don't like 3-round bursts. I grant that 3-round bursts on pistols usually is really effective, but 3-round bursts on assault rifles is always disappointing for me.
Interesting that, did we really just lose all of our teammates?
Yes, we did.
God damn it. There's just one weak spot.
Right,
the cannon on the underside.
We did take down one of the underside cannons, so from there, we need to specifically target down the spawning bay. No, past cloud, target the spawning bay.
Well, it spawned to something or other. Yep, there it is. It is spawning giant robots. Oh, you got me, partner.
Okay, so
follow the giant walking fortress and take out anything that it drops. You are encouraged to continue.
In order to successfully gain all new weapons and such, especially armor.
The fewer robots you let live, the easier it is to concentrate on the walking fortress itself.
Right.
Now, I hope you're paying attention to how much damage I'm taking and how quickly I take it on this. I've minimized the difficulty. So, if this mission is still giving you a hard time...
an emerald launcher. You were supposed to bring the standard Stingray rockets. Because the emerald launchers actually do less damage than the Stingray rockets for one, and we're primarily fighting stationary targets. So the Stingray would have been significantly better for this.
I can't see you, but my radar can.
The emerald is honestly a really good weapon for anti-air stuff, but we're not fighting a lot of anti-air stuff, so.
I still have one teammate in the distance.
So from here, we need to get back underneath the cicada tank.
Just keep firing the missiles. They have homing properties. They will not stop until they find a valid target. Slowest moving missiles ever.
Well, that's what they get for being anti-air missiles, Mr. Cloud.
Whoa.
Now they're going after the fly bots.
Sending out flares. It's sending out flares in order to distract us. Targeting systems are being thwarted.
I don't think that your 3-round burst AR is actually going to be able to take down the plasma cannons.
Not from this range.
Although it is being really effective against the flybots, and because it's being so effective against the flybots, I question if the Emerald rocket launcher, the Emerald missile launcher, even has a place in this game, because with the 3-round burst AR doing so well against the flybots, it probably is. It's quite likely that you don't usually need a dedicated anti-air weapon.
Good use of staying ahead of your reload time. All right, don't go dancing, you know, on the outskirts. Get right onto the dance floor, buddy. Pick a partner and give it a jig.
Usually, you know, you're supposed to pick the cicada tank as a partner, and then get directly underneath it, then lift your gun barrel up its skirt, and then fire multiple times.
Wolf whistle. Here come more targets. Oh, there's a big load of them coming out right now. Look at that sea of red. They're everywhere.
Well, they're not quite everywhere, because if they were everywhere, then we would be immediately killed by contact damage. Speaking of, is contact damage a thing in this game, Mr. Cloud?
Yes, you should not let the legs of the walking fortress or any of the giant robotic baddies touch your character, because they will inflict damage.
Okay. They'll
also knock you around a bit.
To be perfectly honest, because I'd like to ride the feet of the cicada tank.
Yeah, it's not quite like Shadow of the Colossus, where like you can just hop aboard the boss and start piggybacking it. This game is sophisticated enough to cause a hair-raisingly zany situation right away, but not so much that like they can like turn off the hurt box on these guys in order to let you like get on board. Yeah, that's not a thing. I'm glad that's not a thing, honestly, because then you would have to practice that skill for other situations where it would apply.
I don't know, mounting a Beelzebub attack chopper onto the top of a cicada tank.
How many more stupid, giant, lanky, skinny robots do I have to topple before this is done?
It's the war of the worlds as we know it. It's the war of the worlds, and the people scream about. It's the war of the worlds as we know it, and we're infantry.
Giant cannons, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, special weapons burner gun. I learned some. Your rocket rabbit out of habit gonna stop every one. Okay, cool beans. Remember, you do have to kill every last enemy that spawns in order to end the missions. That's why you really got to be careful on missions where there are UFOs or giant anthills that allow these guys to continuously spawn, because the mission will keep on going as long as enemies continue to hit the board.
Right.
So that walking fortress absolutely has to come down at some point, and then in that order, you have to take out anything that it had spawned before it died.
But the thing is, we're not actually throwing hurt at the cicada fortress, the cicada tank. So. Oh, we didn't take down the fortress in time. Dang it.
Well, you heard the chief. We're not going to actually destroy the fortress this part. Just take out every one of its enforcements. And I reckon that as of the chief telling us this, that the fortress got its cue to stop spawning enemies so that we can advance the fucking game. Woohoo. We did it, guys. They're items. I must go to them. Quickly. While there's still time.
Okay. Armor, and nope.
And not getting anything else. It's alright. I saw a few armor drops in the distance. It's okay.
Okay, what weapons do we pick up? Ooh, an upgrade for the Stingray and an upgrade, a volcano rocket launcher. Oh, please tell me we get to play with that.
It's a weapon that sounds cool, but it behaves like crap.